Okay, let's proceed. So again, we're talking about passive income or just finding or talking about more ways that people can be able to make money. And I have been able to talk with many of you here one-on-one. And sometimes when you raise, a few of you raise the challenge of having steady income. When I talk with many of you, I always come to a conclusion about a few things. Number one thing that is on top of the list, even not just with the outside the community, with other people that I've coached and work with, number one that come out of the list with people that still struggle to be financially stable, the experience of financial growth, is that there is always either they minimize or they have no idea about what they can do in order to have value that they can exchange for money. Or again, as I said, they minimize opportunities that they can leverage on and be able to make money. You know that, let me tell you something about making money, and something that is very important that people get to neglect. Your experience, your level of exposure, your current location, and the kind of network you have been able to build, or the kind of opportunities you have been exposed to, or the kind of places you have been able to go to or you can access, plays a very important role in your ability to make money. And I've said this several times, there is no way you can sustainably make money if you don't have something that you can exchange for money. And another challenge again is many of you have a very narrow mindset on how to make money. You are not very open to check on diverse opportunities that you can leverage on, take advantage, and be able to make money. The second thing is many of you end up being so busy, very, very busy, but you are not doing anything that is very significant and consistent that can generate you money. Like, for example, you see somebody who is doing just full-time work, for example, just a salary or his salary, and the person seems so busy, like so busy, and the 24 hours seems so small, right? 24 hours seems so small. And you begin to wonder, how do they even break these 24 hours? Because you know, a good 24 hours should be broken down into 4. 6 hours can be for rest, 6 to 8 hours for work, and the other hours, like for example, let's say you're really working right now and you have to rest, for example. If you work 8 hours in your full-time job and you need to sleep for 6 hours, what happened to the rest of the hours per day? Have you ever really thought about that? And the sad thing is that many of you claim to be very so busy, but there's nothing significant that you're creating value with the time that you have. That's a challenge I've noticed many of you. So, and for you to succeed in passive income or another money-making opportunity, you need to intentionally create daily time for that passive income to work. Another challenge that many of you have in succeeding in making money is dedication and level of hard work. What you may call laziness. And we really want comfortable life or easy life. Let me give you a shocker. When it comes to making money, there's nothing easy about it. Nothing. There's nothing easy about it. Consistency is not there. A lot of things are not there. Like, for example, you see somebody who try to say that, you know what, I want to be making my additional source of income is for me to be making money through social media. And you will notice that on their social media platform, they are not even consistent enough or hardworking enough to post on their various social media platforms at least 3 times a day since they're using social media to market. They have not worked so hard to increase their followership on social media to maybe 10,000 or 20,000 or even 5,000. You see somebody who have just 300, 400 followers on social media and claim that the social media marketing doesn't work. He or she is not able to sell on social media. How do you put in minimum effort and expect to produce maximum results? It doesn't go like that. It doesn't. So one thing that many of you just need to actually do after this, there are some things that many of you have been doing and you've been able to see some small results that can even change your financial status. But your challenge is that lack of dedication and commitment to that particular activity. Your comfort zone or your lazy attitude still takes a good part of you. You still spend a lot of time doing things that are so fun-driven, are so comfort-driven that don't amplify your money result. As I said, trust me, there is no amount of money you will earn being comfortable. There's no amount of money you will earn with a lazy attitude. Totally no way. No way. So you need to start checking from that. It's called passive income, but passive income needs some level of hard work and commitment before it can produce the results that you desire. And truth be told, if you don't have at least 2 steady sources of ways that you can consistently make money, you always get to struggle. Except you have a job, like especially in Cameroon, according to basic calculations for me, if you want to be in Cameroon in a way that you will not struggle financially, live a basic good life and all of that, and you have just a job, or you have just, let's say, one business that you're building and you want to survive, then that job or business should be able to give you a steady monthly income of at least 570,000 francs. So if you have a job and you're being paid a salary of 570,000 francs and above, then you can say, okay, you know what, you can be able to live with that passive income. Or your business right now where it is, you can be able to make monthly profits after you have paid staff, paid rent, paid whatever, paid tax, all of that. Your business can still give you a monthly profit of at least 570,000 francs and above. Then you can say, you know what, you don't need passive income. But you know, anything can also happen in life. Anything can also happen in life. And if you don't have a plan, you don't have the right portfolio that is supporting. You have the right portfolio that can support you to withstand some financial shocks, you're going to struggle. And it is always recommended that the best way that you can withstand financial shock is for you to have different portfolios that can enable you to make money. Savings doesn't save you from financial shocks. It can save you for a few weeks, for a few months, but it's gonna crash out because when you are in financial challenges or you have lost your job or the business has collapsed, what happens? Money stops coming in and you're underspending. And with savings, when you're spending, it is reducing and nothing is coming in, you end up poor. But when you're able to have portfolio means you're able to have various ways that you can make money seamlessly and efficiently. There is no way that you can enter a financial shock and don't come out successfully. And that's where having the ability and the dedication to make money from other ways is very important. It's an important skill for you. So I want to break out some of these ideas. There's some of these ideas that you already know them and you're minimizing them. Or you know them and you're lazy to make them work. So I want to break them down, talk about them, and give you examples as much as possible. One of the best ways that you can make, that's number one of the best ways that you can be able to make passive income, to create passive income, is for you to learn how to market other people's value. Number one, because the only way to make money is if you have value to exchange for money. You cannot expect to have financial freedom or success when you don't have value that you can exchange for money. You understand? So you're thinking, oh, I need more money, I need more money. Okay, clearly, what is the value that you have that you can exchange with someone and that person gives you money? What is that exact value? And many people get to be struggling or broke because they don't have the ability or the money to create the value they create the value themselves. They cannot create the value themselves. And when you don't create the value themselves, one of the best ways to experience success in money, in financial journey, is for you to market and distribute already existing value. I would like to say that the richest man in the world creates nothing really, or one of the richest men in the world, like Jeff Bezos. He creates nothing. He just has a platform where he markets and distributes other people's value, and he makes millions from it. You understand? So instead of looking for machinery, looking for whatever that you can use to create value, skip that, all of that, and focus on marketing other people's value. Example, books. You don't have the ability to write a book and create your own book, to go through the book creation process to create your own value. Okay, get other people's book and begin to market and distribute. There's a guy in Bamenda that made a lot of money from my books, I think 2015, 2018. He was like the sole representative of my books in Bamenda. And for every book he sold, he had 750 per book. Now take 750 francs times 30 books a month. Like worst case scenario, 30 books a month. How much is that? And he was dedicated to it the whole year and doing so well in that part, costing him nothing. Because he was selling from the house. You just come out, when you buy, you guys meet in a particular junction, and gives the money, you give the money and you collect the book. Simple. Passive income, no stress. You can specialize to sell books of people. That's passive income. Your job is just for you to work hard. Be consistent at it. Post the book on various platforms. Post the book on WhatsApp groups. Post the books on Facebook groups on your timeline consistently for 1 year, every day. Find better ways to talk about it. You're going to make money. The challenge is many people don't remain consistent. Laziness stepping on the way. Then they complain, oh, it's not working. The next thing can be events that you can leverage and sell other people's value. For example, you don't have the money and the knowledge and the wisdom to create your own event. Okay, sell and distribute the events of other people. And you must not wait them to come to you. Like, okay, like for example, the PPA Academy, for example. How many of you said, okay, you know what? I want to promote PPA Academy. And for every member I bring, I want to get 2,000 francs of PPA Academy. For example, let's give an example. There's a lady in this Douala that one time she came for a Date with Success I used to organize. I think it's a Date with Success 2019 edition. She saw it and she said, okay, you know what? I want to market your event and I need a percentage. So we agreed on a 20%. For every person that bought a ticket through her, she gets 20%. Guess what? At the end of the event, in just 3 weeks, that lady was able to have 17 participants for a Date with Success Douala. And one participant, she had 2,700. Take 27 times 17 times 17 people. How much of that she was able to earn in a week, in 3 weeks? Consistent marketing. Of course, she did not start, and then 3 days after, nobody's buying the ticket, and she gave up. That's a challenge to many of us. When we want easy life, we want to start something now and start going, and there's nothing, there's no business, there's nothing you start now and it will give you immediate results. Or even if it gives you immediate results, you're going to experience dryness. You can start doing something today, and tomorrow, 10 people can order, and after tomorrow, after 3 days, nobody's ordering. And a typical human will say, oh, it's not working again. That thing doesn't work. But they have not stayed there. They have not respected the process. They have not done all the strategies. They have not respected the law of time and business success. They have not respected the law of numbers. You want to give up on something you are selling, and not up to 10,000 people have heard that this is what you do, this is what you are selling. I want to say that it's not working. Like I was telling somebody at one time, I said, you're only permitted to say your business has failed and is not working when you have done the same thing for a minimum of at least 4 years. And every day in that 4 years, you are doing the right things every day. And in that 4 years, you're able to succeed. You have failed, no sales, nothing. Then we conclude that it's a bad business. You get it, another business. And I've not seen any business that somebody does every day for 4 years and keep learning, keep improving, keep being agile, keep innovating goals and innovating strategies, and they end up failing. I've not seen it. You always end up with succeed. So as I'm talking, which value comes to your mind that you have access to that you can start reselling? You can resell services for people that are gifted, or they are artists, or they're talented. For example, comedians and musicians. There are some of you that you are always having access to events and all of that. Have you ever seen somebody who is trying to get a comedian and you say, okay, you know what? I have access to comedians. If you need a comedian for your event, I have one. You can hire one through me. There's this guy in Dubai who is doing that, and he focused on bringing African talent to Dubai. That guy makes a lot of money, but with just a simple strategy. His first part he did was that he tried to connect with comedians in Nigeria and Cameroon and musicians. He tried to have their numbers or numbers with their managers and so on. Then, like in Dubai, he projects himself that he has access. He has a platform of talent. When you need any African talent, you come to him. And what has he done? He knows the minimum price that all these comedians and musicians can take from Cameroon and Nigeria to come to Dubai. So when he knows their minimum price, he now goes and bargains with event organizers in Dubai or Abu Dhabi and other cities. So if the least a comedian can take or a musician can take is 700,000 francs, okay, he can go bargain for 1 million francs and make sure all modalities are respected. The hotel are renting for the musician is good, the ticket is paid and all of that, right? When you pay him the money, he gives a musician share, and sometimes he saves 300,000 francs, 200,000 francs, 400,000 francs. They cost him nothing. His job is just to link somebody's service to somebody who needs it and has no access to that service. That's passive income. He has a full-time job, but he's doing it every weekend, and sometimes he does all these arrangements without leaving his job site or his website or his house. He calls a musician on the internet from his house. He goes to events on the internet on his house. They send money to his bank account. He transfers the musician shares to mobile money or whatever means to the person's mobile money or bank account. The deal is done. The documents are signed. Everything is online in less than how many minutes. Life goes on. He makes money. The event is successful. The musician makes money or the comedian makes money, and life goes on. But guess what? He did not start succeeding. I was talking to him, he said, I know for the first 6 months, I was not able to land a job. I was not able to land an opportunity that I can bring a musician or a comedian from Cameroon to Dubai to perform so I can get paid. But he kept on maintaining it. He kept on talking about it. He kept on marketing. He kept on attending people's other events and introducing himself to the right people. When things are not working the way you want, are you doing the right activities that can open the doors you're looking for? Ask yourself that question. So you complain, oh, this is not going, oh, this is not doing this, oh, this is not doing this. And then you just sit, you just give up, and then you're just lazing around. Yes, it's not working the way you want. Are you working 4 hours every day on that passive income opportunity? Yes, things are not going the way you want. Are you taking the right actions every single day for that passion opportunity? Resell other people's value. Another one that I know somebody who has done as making money is higher institutions. That person is doing that right. She's doing that right now. Higher institutions. That is universities, polytechnics, and so on. Okay, let's proceed. So I want to talk about higher institutions, right? Higher institutions. There are universities around that they have the value, they have the buildings. You don't have money for building, you don't have money to open a school, but they have the building, they have the teachers, they have the courses, they have the value. And they're sitting in their campuses and waiting for students. They're doing their own part that they can do to get students. But what can you do to bring them students? There's a lady, I'm trying to give practical example. I've worked with only people that are having passive income and are doing so well from the comfort of their homes. This particular lady finally resigned from her startup admin job that they were paying her for the 5,000 francs to specialize on this. So she focuses on reselling educational services by institutions. That's now her job, like her. It's not as a part-time job, but now that's her full-time job. So she has special agreements. She has special agreements with different institutions that she has partnered with. And for every student that she brings to the institution, she gets a percentage from the tuition fee, and they pay her on time. It's just the right documentation, and it's done. She has done that same for primary school, same for secondary school. So she has, her passive income style is that she has positioned herself around her community, around people who follow her, that she has the right access. She knows the right schools for the right programs. Like the way she talks, okay, you know what? If you're looking for a school that they teach good technological programs, I can get your kids registered. If you need a school for business programs, get to me. If you need a primary school that is good for your kids and all of that, get to me. And she's succeeding in the business. She's succeeding in that particular business. Another option that you can look at is online retail for wholesales. Many of you have tried to do that. Online retailer for wholesales. And the main aim here, is for you to find ways of building the right online strategy. You don't need a shop, you just need, you already have somebody's shop. For example, the process, I don't give you a practical example of somebody I've worked with. The guy is in Double here. He has supplied a few things in my office, and the guy is an IDP. I would like to share the story because it's so inspiring that what he has been able to do in less than 8 months in that business is so inspiring and so powerful. So the guy's an IDP, and when he came, he went to double brocant, right, where people bring import these things and resell in wholesale and all of that, those shops. And then she came and did some Bambi boys who was carrying things there in that double for about 3-4 months. And then she came to one time he came to one time in the office and was like, look, things are not going, I don't like to be doing this. He's a trained teacher from this private and set in Bermuda. And he said, it's not going. They're on their job, they're able to get me 50,000 francs a month and all of that to be a teacher in secondary school. So I asked him questions, and that's why, as I said, the amount of money you can make from anything, if your first option is to go back to your experience, go back to exposure, go back to the things you like to do, there's always a way to make money from it if you find the right way. So I started asking him, so what have you been doing right now? He now explained that, since I came, I didn't have a school to teach. So I went down to Nobo. I helped carry things for guys who are selling books. I was like, okay, nice. I asked him, can they trust you now? He said, yes. He didn't know. He said, yes. Okay. I said, you have a good phone. Go there and you not use the internet or social media. Go there, snap pictures of things that are not very common that people are selling online. And start selling. Create a WhatsApp group. I heard the challenge I gave him. Create a WhatsApp group. Anybody you know in your contact list that is based in Douala, Buea, and Limbe or around surrounding cities, create a WhatsApp group. Forcefully add them on the WhatsApp group. Some will see and leave. Some will see and stay. Some will see and abuse you. That's not your problem. The ones that will stay are your target market. That was the strategy. Eh? So he went now and made these people in Brocant and tell them what he wants to start doing. They gave him permission to start on common things, not very common things. Or when you see a nice plate that is not nice breakable plate that is not very common, he snaps. So I asked him to specialize on things that are very unique and nice, from America, from Europe, and so on. He did that. And he did the group, opened the group. Of course, some people left. He added me in the group. I thought some people didn't stay. But he shared with the things that he had with the prices and distribution of the group and did that. And guess what? 2 days later, he started selling stocks. I think the first thing that he sold was this coffee maker. That was the first thing he sold. And he made, I remember that day he called me. He made a profit of 3,500 that day. He made that, he made the profit of 3,500 a day, right, that day. And he was super excited. Then I pushed him now to create a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, put a catching in, add friends around, just add friends, invite your friends to join the Facebook group, and of course, share the group on other groups and go to join and all of that. And he did that. And here's the magic way he is right now. Let's keep the whole story. And he's doing that every day. And there were some times he called me that, boss, it's been 2 days, 3 days, nobody has bought. 1 week, nobody has bought. My advice to him was what? Keep on promoting, keep on marketing. Make sure that you're posting at least 3 times a day. Make sure that you're having a nice post and you're resharing and you're creating the right stuff, content, and promoting all of that. That was my advice to him. As I'm talking to you right now, he has a shop, a retail shop and double right now, and he has no goods inside. The goods that are in that shop are still the goods that he goes and collects from these other bigger shops, come and put there, snap, sell, and do videos and put it online on his Facebook groups. And he now has about 3 WhatsApp groups, and he has Facebook group, and he shares on the timeline and all of that. That's what he's doing now full time, and he is making money from it. I remember there was a month that he made a total income of 400 and something thousand francs. Selling goods he doesn't own. Leveraging on relationships, experience, commitment, hard work, dedication. Now he rents a shop, has goods inside that are not his. But he's making a lot of money from it every month. He's able to live a better life than many people that have even smaller shops that own the shop, that own the stock inside. Right? That's retailing online, leveraging online and retailing. Now you're able to mix now online and having a shop, because when you have a shop and you're selling online, there's trust. Trust increase. Level of trust increases. Right? Another thing that I recommend you can do, there is this thing that when you guys call the machine, right? Guys have a lot of money from it. You can become a middleman for renting houses or what, selling lands, kind of. You can become that, or you can become a middleman for cars. There are people there are private companies in Douala, Yaoundé, and so on, that they rent out private cars to people. You can make that part of your service. You can even create a firm called Rental Firm Services or Rental Services Firm, whatever. And you focus on things that are on rental and re-rent them to other people and just get a commission from it. You know somebody who has private cars that want to give out a rent for hours, for days, for weeks, and all of that? Okay, talk with the person, have a special offer from the person. One thing about this kind of business is how you structure it. If you structure it to look informal, people are going to treat you different. But if you can have a nice name, a nice logo, a nice marketing strategy, and you can, let me say, let me use like Walter's name. You can say Akem and Sons Rental Services. Right now, people love things that are structured. It gives them hope. It gives them formality. It gives them the guarantee that they're going to be treated right. It gives them a lot of, they're able to see it better. But if you are just doing haphazardly, you may not sell like somebody doing it very formal. So if you have like, okay, Akem and Sons Rental Services, he structured it. He has a flyer where he says, rent cars through us, get houses on rent through us, rent canopies through us, rent chairs through us, and all of that. And he has all of these things, and he has stakeholders that he has spoken to, and he has partnership with them. And his job is just to do what? To market and distribute the value. This is the heart of passive income. The heart of passive income is how you can leverage on stakeholders. You can leverage on the value that others have created, and you are just good. You are just good. You are just excellent at marketing and redistributing the value that another person is cracking their head to create. And you're making money from what they have created just on marketing and redistributing it. Like, just answer a question here. Based on your experience, based on who you are, based on your personality, based on the kind of network you have, based on your current location, what can you market and redistribute as a person and begin to make money? You're going to do that. Right? You're going to do that. You can leverage on people here. For example, there is, let's say, for example, Mavis, for example. Mavis does tax consulting services, company registrations, and all of that. Okay, maybe some of you here, you're very connected to very small businesses and startups. And these startups they don't pay taxes, they don't even have to pay taxes, or they know many things about company registration and all of that. Okay, but you don't know, but you know somebody who knows. Okay, partner with Mavis. Ask her, how much do you charge for this? And she can give you a more reduced price at a discount, so you can sell it to people at a normal price, so that discounts your own profit, your own income. You can become Melvis Business Development Manager. You can become her marketing director. You can self-appoint yourself, and you're able to make money. The next is another way to make money, network marketing. You know, I've heard about it. One thing I like about network marketing, which is the source of income, is the products they sell. I'm not talking about you doing the referral part of it, where you're bringing people before you make money. You specialize on selling products. Why? Because that's value. That's a lot of value. Many of these companies, their products are excellent. They're doing so well. If you just master the art of marketing their products, mentioning the advantages of their products, mentioning the things that their products can do in the lives of citizens, you will always make money. I know somebody in Nigeria that he represents one of these network marketing companies, that he sells just one of their products, one of their supplements, and he has mastered the top 5 diseases that these supplements can handle. He has trained himself to be an expert in these 5 diseases. So he specializes on retailing, on communicating, and having events and seminars and doing online presentations just on the relation on how these supplements can treat any of these 5 diseases. I mean, recently he's bought his car. That's what he does full time. But it's not like a part-time job. He picked one product, one supplement. And they said that this, no one of those products say, oh, this product can sort 10 diseases, 15 diseases, all of that. He selected just 5. I remember I had a session with him. That's how I know him, the guy. I said, okay, no one. You're going to select 5 top rampant diseases in Lagos that are very popular around citizens there and kids and all of that. And you're going to specialize in marketing, communicating the value of that product, of that supplement to your target market. And you can specialize in organizing seminars around that. Right? And that's how it started. He will pick a disease and go organize a seminar in a church. He will go house to house, direct sales, house to house, and he will carry out presentations. Now I'm telling you, sometimes in a month, he's talking about supplying hundreds of the containers of the supplement, and he makes hundreds of thousands of naira. You can do that. Again, it's about value. What products do you have? What is the value that that product can create? How can you market it? How can you redistribute it and make money? If this model is not there and there's no hard work, you keep on complaining about finances. Stop looking for an easy way out to make money. That's one thing I've discovered with young people. They want to look for a quick, easy way out to make money, which doesn't work. So you can do traditional buying and selling. You buy from in the market, you come and resell in the quarter. That's income. You buy from the market, come and resell in the quarter, and you're good to go. Next, so and for you again, and for you to succeed in this dispensation of side hustling or passive income, you need to master the art of creating online content and marketing on the internet. Online content and marketing on the internet. Another option that I can give you is for you to create passive income is if you have the time. You have the time, you can run errands for busy and rich people. Yeah, that's a lot. You know that parcel business is a very big business. The business of parcel delivery, very big business. Or errands, I mean errand business, the business of errands, very big business. Especially in big cities, Douala, Yaoundé, Buea, Bamenda, and so on. It may not be very effective in smaller cities, but in very busy cities like this, running errands. I know a guy in Port Harcourt in Nigeria. We are friends on Facebook on there, but we have spoken once in a while. His business is called Errand Boys, and he started this business while working as a security guard, a graduate security guard. But he started his business he started calling himself Errand Boy. But now the business name is Errand Boys because he has now boys working for him. It's simple. Any errand you want to run in the city of Port Harcourt, just call him. He will run it for you. Can be to go buy something, can be to go do whatever, run it for you. He'll run it for you. And he will make it so he used to do most of the errands after his normal full-time job. Before he resign and become a full-time errand boy, running errands and buying things for rich people. Let me give you 2 examples again. In 2020, when COVID-19 intensified, at that time I was living in Bonamosari. There's this young guy in the quarter. You know, there's always these guys in the quarter that everybody knows them in the quarter and all of that. So people started sending him to, since he was not afraid of anything, some of us were just indoors. You only hear making noise around the quarters, around the verandas, all of that, with other boys too. So guys started sending him to go and be buying stuff. And that's how he started his errand business. So when you want to buy gas, you want to buy something from the market and all of that, they'll send him all of that. And when they'll send him, give him 200 and 300 and all of that. And that's how he started charging intentionally. You charge 500, charge 750, charge 1,000, depending on where he's going and all of that. And now he started his business. And today he's still a very busy boy, no longer just running in the quarter doing nothing. There's this pastor lady I worked with in Yaoundé in 2019. She's a pastor in one of these Pentecostal churches. So she was just a pastor, but she did a full-time job, a part-time job that can give her money. What's that a business name again? But her business model is simple. She wants to specialize in buying food for busy women, like going to the market and doing shopping on behalf of busy women. That's her simple business model. Like that, that's it. But when she started, she used to do she used to share just on her Facebook store, WhatsApp status, and Facebook. That was the challenge. So when I met her, she shared the idea. She already had flyers there for her business. I said, "Oh, really?" And she was complaining, "Oh, business is not working. It's not going. I guess sometimes in a week I get just 2 women to buy for them, all of that." Then I asked her how she's marketing, and she said, "No, I share on my status and on my Facebook." I said, "That's limited." So I asked her to come to the office. She paid consulting fee. We worked in the office, and I took part of the money. She asked her consultation fee, and I added money. She didn't know why I was doing that, but she didn't even know how much I was charging for consultation. And I used 10,000 francs of that money. The flyer she already made, I reprinted that flyer, 100 of them, of that flyer. When she came to the office after talking, I gave her a task. Take these 100 flyers, go back to Post Central, go back to where there are those government offices and big women and all of that. You get a point? Start visiting office after office. Present yourself. Give them this flyer. In some offices, they will not accept you to enter. You will knock and nobody will answer. It's okay, go to the next office. Do you know how many offices are in Yaoundé? Thousands of them. And they want to go and give up because you knocked 2 offices and nobody opened or nobody gave you permission to listen to you talk, and they want to complain. That's nonsense. So I warn you in advance. Don't go and come and give me a laser complaint. Oh, what if people are not listening to me? If you talk to 10 people, nobody listens to you. Talk to 11 person. If you talk to 1 people, nobody listens to you. Talk to number 110 person. That's your job. That's why you're in business. She went and she started moving from office to office where there are ladies. She's focused on women only. And she was doing flyers and presenting all of that. Guess what? The next day, she received 7 orders from women to go and buy, not food now, food stuff. Because there are women that are busy in Yaoundé. They leave the house at 7:30, they get to work. Before they close work is 4 p.m. You already know traffic in a big city. Before they go to the market, drive to the market, and drive from the market to the house to cook and all of that. She's tired, it is late, the kids are hungry. If she has a husband that cannot boil water, the husband is hungry, and the whole family is hungry, and they're angry, and the marriage can crash. Right? So you need to look at a good business solves problem. I was just talking about like that. And yeah, she had orders. What happens? She buys straight from she'll go to Kofulu market, she'll go to all these market shares and try to buy the stuff and all of that. And she'll come and deliver to them in their offices. Now, some started recommending her to buy and go deliver in their houses so that the house girl or someone who can help and cook is there to pick up and cook before they come back from work. There was a day she called me that she has 20-something orders and she was lost. I asked her, okay, here's what you're going to do. Hire a taxi for depot for 3 hours, for example. An hour is 2,500, but then 2,000 francs. Right? Because don't be selfish. No, use the money. Use part of the money and don't expect to just pay. And she was charging 1,000 francs minimum to buy for you. Minimum 1,000 francs. Now imagine a day she has 25 orders. That's 25,000 francs. Somebody's, and that's minimum. There are some women that she charged 1,500, 2,000 to buy for them. And let's say let's say that 20 women, and she makes 20,000 francs a day, and she removes 6,000 francs and hire a taxi for distribution from office to office. How much is that? She has still made 14,000 francs profit a day. I mean, that pastor is doing that till today. I think she now has 3 girls that assist her to do that. Till today, she's still doing it. Good business. And now, of course, women gossip a lot. So the women who she was working for became her marketing directors. They were telling their friends, oh, this lady who buys from me, she buys from me. And then she kept on having more orders. And she made it look so nice. It's structure. She has a structure in place. For time for you to order your food stuff is between 10 p.m. in the night and 6 a.m. in the morning. All the clients she has knows that. And when you order, do the mobile money payment and send screenshot. So when you send your WhatsApp message, send with screenshot. When she wakes up in the morning, she just confirm, receive, and she gets to work. And when you're sending your details, make sure you send your location in a way that can be understood. Simple as that. And before 12, she's done. She has her day. She go back to her pastoring. She go back to her counseling, all of that. Just by running errands and buying things for people. You can do that if you have a job that can give you time to do that, right? Next is social media management. You can become a social media manager. Some people have heard of the word community manager. We have shared this one time. For example, you can become my community manager. Community manager is somebody who understands how social media works, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. The job of a community manager is simple on social media community manager. Your job is to create content for social media platforms. Your job is to create content for their social media platform, right? And I say, no sound. Anybody else getting me? Apart from Mispa, to be sure.
I'm getting you, sir.
Okay, good. So you can become a social media manager because you are just online, you're from home or from anywhere, right? And a social media manager's job is simple. You create content about the business, right? You create content about the business, you manage the page. For example, you reply to comments when somebody comments on the page. You reply to messages on the page, on the various business pages. That's it. There was a time, for some of you know, like Neighbor Paul, for example, there was a time that he was doing a lot of work on social media management. There was a time that he had almost 15 accounts, social media accounts of business that he was managing, 15 accounts. And in all of these accounts, some of them were paying him 15,000 francs a month, 20,000 francs a month. Now take 15,000 francs times 15 accounts that she has a month. How much is he making a month? You get a concept? And for this business to work, you are the one who needs to go and do the marketing. You need to go and do the negotiations because many people don't even know, many companies or many businesses or many CEOs don't know that they need to hire social media managers or community managers. So he used to go meet them and do the presentation. Oh, see, if I'm your social media manager, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to help your business have a good presence on the internet. This is how I'm going to do this and do that and do that and do that, right? So you can be able to do that. So if you are somebody that you're very good at content creation, you're very good at keeping people excited and engaged on Facebook or on the media, use that. Don't just use that and you're making fun. There's people that are very good at making fun on your WhatsApp status, you're making fun on Facebook. You post very interesting and engaging things that makes the public to engage with you. Do you know that's a skill? That's a skill you can convert to community management and get paid from it. And you can do that by identify businesses in your community, in your town that are not on Facebook, that are not on social media. Go meet the founder, go meet the CEO, pitch to them. Do a presentation, do a one-on-one negotiation on them hiring you under social media money. And all you need to do when they hire you is learn about the business, learn about the business products. Every day, twice a day, or once a day, or whatever a day, depending whatever they're selling, you are creating content about the business and you're posting it on social media, you're replying to comments and messages, and you're directing the customers or inquiries to call the business side. That's what you need to do. When somebody asks, how can I get it? You give a number. Okay, please WhatsApp this number and you're going to place your order. And that's a side hustle that you can create. That's passive income that you can create, right? The next one that you can do that's a good passive income, especially in a city like Douala. Like now, somebody was asking on Facebook yesterday, and I was just laughing. And that's something I was thinking. I was saying that if you're a young person and you're unemployed or you're not able to make money, and you don't know how you're going to make money because of the African Nations Cup that Cameroon is hosting, then you are lost. You're a lost young person. Especially if you're staying in a city whereby they are hosting any of these teams are playing. You're in Limbe, you're in Garoua, you're in Yaoundé, you're in Douala, and you don't have a means of how you can make money. AFCON is going to bring billions upon billions into this town. You don't have a means on how you can make money from this football competition happening, the African Nations Cup. Then you're not thinking well, especially you're unemployed or you are not very busy or you don't have a good job that is paying you. You need to think in that direction. One of the best ways is for you to become a middleman for hotels and guest houses. Even apart from AFCON, I know this lady, for most of you know her, Vicky Fokala. This is one of her businesses. Most of you know Vicky Fokala on Facebook, right? Yes, very popular. But it's one of her businesses. She has partnerships. She's based, I don't know if she's still living in Bonaberry, but she's based in Bonaberry. She used to be based in Bonaberry, some sure. So she has most of the hotels and guest houses in Bonaberry. She has a working relationship with them. They've given her rooms for percentage on discount, and anybody can do that. Because nobody likes to have a hotel that nobody's using. Why should you have hotels and you have rooms that stay night after night, nobody's renting it, nobody's paying you for it? So hotels like people that can bring them more clients. So here's what she has done then. Every major hotel in Bonaberry, every major guest house, sometimes she'll move house to house and ask for guest houses. And they give, if a guest house per night is 35,000 francs, they can give her 30,000 francs or 28,000 francs, whatever. And then now she used her social media presence. When anybody is coming to town, you're flying to the country, you're traveling to town and all of that, she said, okay, you know what? I have this, she shares it and talk about it on WhatsApp group amongst her friends and all of that. You know, I give hotels on discount bill. You can get any hotel in Bonaberry or in Aqua, in Bonanjo, any hotel through me at a discount price. So a standard room that you can normally get for 30,000 francs, you can get it through me for 27,000 francs. And if she's getting that, the hotel is giving her 25,000 francs or 23,000 francs. So while you're getting from her because of discount, she's still making money from the hotel. Right? You don't have money to build a guest house now. You don't have 300 million to build a guest house. You don't have 1 billion francs to build a hotel, but you can resell hotel services. You can market and redistribute hotel services. The next thing that you can do to raise money is sell advert space on magazines, newspapers, radios, and TVs. Sell advertisement space on magazines, newspapers, radios, and TVs. There are these guys that have newspapers, they have magazines, they have radio stations, they have TV stations. But they may not know how to get advertisement deals. You may know how to do that. You may have the time to move from office to office and present marketing and advertisement deals to these guys and let them buy space through you. Or they buy space, you get a commission from it and you give the commission to the radio station or TV station. That is passive income. I know somebody used to do in Bamenda with this, all this Abakwa FM, Radio Hot Cocoa, all these local radios in Bamenda. His job was that he would move from business to business and get advertisement deals from them. And sometimes he had to train himself to be doing the recording of this slot himself, and he get paid for it. And he was making money from it. That's passive income, right? The next passive income is home grooming and teaching of kids. Home grooming. Like there's something that you can be very good with kids. Home grooming is that kind of program that you can organize in your house whereby busy parents can come and keep their kids with you, but it's not just about keeping. You can create a program where you teach kids about good attitude. You teach kids about how to use the internet. You teach kids about, anything that is valuable for a child to learn. You can create a curriculum around that, and you can go to parents and say, okay, look, you're a busy parent, you close some work late. I can always go pick your kids from school and they can stay with me for 2 hours before you come. And before you come, this is what I teach them. I teach them good manners. I teach them ethics. I teach them morals. I teach them new things in technology. I teach them this and that. That's called home grooming, right? Then you can add that to homeschool, whereby if you are good at teaching, let's say like primary school, where you can teach the school curriculum, right? You can reteach the school curriculum. You can reteach like maths. You can reteach English classes. You can reteach French classes and all of that, and you get paid. Like I did the one I'm working with, and she started that. Now I think she has about, I think 13 kids or so. And imagine that one kid is 12,000 francs a month that the parents pay. 12,000 francs times 13 is how much? She makes money from it. And that's just in the evening that she does that. Passive income, all of that, right? Food delivery, where you can partner with restaurants and deliver food. You don't have money to start a restaurant. You don't have money to cook a restaurant. You don't have money to pay people to cook for you. Okay, select good restaurants in town, partner with them, and go on your Facebook, go on your WhatsApp status, go and start promoting that you do food delivery. In short, you can even do a holy lie that you cook food and sell if you want to be that desperate, right? But you have this partnership with restaurants that, oh, anytime somebody orders through you, you put a call to the restaurant and they get the food ready, you go pick up, go deliver, you get paid for delivery, the restaurant makes money, you make money. That's passive income that you can do. Some people do, you can do gift. If you are good, some people are very good at doing gifts. You can do gift basket and you promote it. This lady doing that, I think her name is what? Nicole. She started that in Yaoundé like 2 years ago. I consulted with her and she's doing it today, where she does gift basket. So you can pay her and she does a gift for you personally to go give it to somebody. And sometimes she does a video of them giving the gift on your behalf. They capture the person's feeling. They send back the video to you. You pay them for doing that for you. And that's business. That's a side business that you can do. Or your job is to do what? Just to buy the gift, parcel it, go deliver. And you can do this in a few hours a day or just over the weekend. And you do this and you're in business, right? You can do drop servicing for web and app designs. You don't know how to design a website. You don't know how to design an app, but you can do drop servicing. I do this a lot. I do a lot of drop servicing for apps and websites. People always come to me, oh, I know someone who can do an app and all of that. Since I noticed that, I identified some guys who are good at developing apps and so on. So we have a price always back in. There was a time I made over 300,000 francs for building one app, for having guys to build one app. I charged the guy did the app for 1 million, and the guys made the app for 700,000 francs. I made my coach 300,000 francs. They're happy that they made 700,000, and that job was the highest job they ever made money. I bargain higher than they normally do because they don't know how to bargain. So you can you're just good at bargaining, you can do that. The client was happy with the app. The tech guys are happy that they were able to make 700,000 francs for building an app. I was happy that I made 300,000 francs. Everybody was happy. Life goes on. You can do drop servicing for tech products. You know, tech guys, people are looking for websites. Okay, be the middleman. Do the drop servicing for that, right? Get into that, guys. You can do drop servicing for graphic designs and printing services. Yes. You may not know how to design flyers, but hey, you can be able to have, like, there's a graphic designer apart from my guys that I use. There's a graphic designer in Yaoundé. We have an agreement. Every design I send to him, he designed for 3-5. And people always come to me, people like the way I do my designs look. So they always like to come to me for graphic designs, right? So since I noticed that, I had to add some freelance guys on the team. For every flyer that I design for you is 10K, for example, right? Like something I shared in the group one time, I think a few days back, I was asking who in the group can do graphic design. That was me trying to source out and know what's graphic design skills so I can add it to my money-making system, right? So when you do that, I charge 10K. But sometimes, so with these guys, we have agreement for 3-5, 5,000, 7,500, depending on the graphic design. So they make their money, I make my money. Life goes on. And sometimes somebody's ordering for 3 flyers, 4 flyers, 5 flyers. Somebody yesterday, we were talking about somebody, she needs a graphic designer that can design a magazine, that can design a portfolio and all of that. Okay. And I charge her, okay, we can do that, all of that. This costs this. I get to the guys who can do it. I'm going to make my profit on it. They make profit of it. And you're good to go. I like to do because I like technology. I like things around this. It's easy for me to make money. And as I said, remember your experience, your exposure, your connections play a role in your passive income. People come to me for this. So it's either for me to make money from it, right? So you can do drop servicing for graphics design and printing services. Like, for example, I've made a lot of money printing roll-ups for people. Meanwhile, I don't know, I've never gone to that printing place, oh, never. I don't know if it's a printing place I work with them in Aqua. I don't know where they are. But people come to me, my guys design the roll-ups, so I provide a complete package. We do the designing, we do the content arrangement. People just do the, I'm the one to arrange, okay, this put your logo here, I redo the words and all of that, and I charge you 50,000 francs, all of that, right? But here's the case. The guy who's designing for about 5,000 francs. The guys who are printing Aqua prints my roll-ups for 28,000 francs, 25,000 francs, or 30,000 francs. Now imagine I've charged 50K, 60K for a roll-up. How much am I making a profit? Without leaving my office, all this pass through WhatsApp. WhatsApp and simple voice note, and the work is done. People are making money. You can do t-shirts. You can outsource t-shirts. Meanwhile, you don't know how much a t-shirt costs, right? Good. You can drop service photography services. I've done that too. I have a couple of photography guys in the world that are my good books. You need a photographer to cover your events, cover your wedding, and all of that. Okay, they always come, hey, Joy, but you know a good photographer that is good and cannot tell lies. Oh, yes, I always know somebody, trust me, right? And I charge you. How long is the event? Are they going to move around different places? All of that. I ask all of these questions. And for you to succeed in drop servicing, you must know how the business works so that you know how to do bargaining. And I said, okay, you know what? For this, like for example, the last deal I did was this picture that people take before they go married. I have to call it pre-wedding photo shots. That's the name, yes. So that's the last deal I did. So I bargained it for 700,000 francs because we're doing in different places. They want to do at the beach and all of that. I bargained it. That's the guy. Okay, this is the cost. You're going to do 500,000 francs, right? The guy analyzed and told me, they go to sell that he can even do it for 450. I said, okay, good. I'm going to do 500,000 francs. The rest is my money. Make sure you're able to do the work well, right? So you can drop sales photography services, photo shots, video sessions. Just add it. Just market it well. You get a job. You make sure it's done right. You hold the camera guy to deliver on time, and work is done. You can drop service technical services. That is like plumbers. You can drop service plumbers, electricians, and all of that. You're not a plumber, yes, but you can run a shop. There's a guy in Boya who used to, I don't know if he's still doing that. He used to do that. He even had to create a platform whereby you can come and hire technical guys through him on his platform, on his website. But he started with word of mouth. All he did was he had contacts of carpenters, contacts of electricians, contacts of plumbers in Boya. That was 2017. Until a business grew so much that he had to create an online platform where you can come and search for plumbers and all of that and rent and hire them through him. And he was making money. Right? So remember, the concept of passive income is what value have you seen that you can market, you can redistribute and make money. You get a point? There are people in the community who can do that. Waters run a studio, right? A photography studio in Yaoundé. You guys can drop service Waters studio everywhere. He does streaming, he does photo shots, he does video sessions and all of that. There are many people who have services that you can drop service and resell and do that. Again, remember that the commitment is in the hard work. The consistency. You improving your strategies and keep finding better ways to resell this. Nobody should be broke in this century. Not to talk of with the advent of social media. You have phones, you have data every day. And you're not able to make money to really make money, then something is wrong from your end, not from the ecosystem. There's money to be made. Are you doing it right? Then you're going to make money. All right, those are some ideas that I could throw at you, many of them. And pick one. Some may have popped up that you can be able to add based on what you have heard. Again, based on the matter, look at your past experience, look at your exposure, look at your connection, look at where you're coming from, look at your skills, look at where you can leverage it. And in all of this, if you want to succeed in passive income, make sure you are good at sales. You can be able to sell something. Make sure you are good at social media marketing. Make sure you are good at managing people. make sure you are good at consistently working hard, then you will always be able to actually make some passive income or find more opportunities that you can make money. All right, people, those are some ideas. Questions? Shoot questions if there are any.